Hey, welcome back to the Bo channel. Like and subscribe if you like. Today we're going to talk about how Trump is screwing the farmers. So, first of all, he did the tariffs back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Taco. 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 China doesn't want to buy grain from us anymore. And I keep seeing these posts. We don't need to buy food from China. China buys food from us. Get this straight. China buys food from us. Corn, grain, soy, this and that. Okay? Sorghum. A lot of people don't know what sorghum is. I just found out recently myself. It is similar to corn but different. Look on your ingredients on a lot of things. You'll find sorghum in a lot of things. I know I've seen it because I read labels. But anyway, now we get down to the bailout because we've screwed the farmers. So we got to help out the farmers because 92% of all the farmers voted for Trump. Farmers, look, I don't want to say farmers are stupid, but they're busy doing a lot of stuff all the time. And they don't have time to find out the facts. So they get sold on some garbage and they vote for it and it doesn't turn out. But anyway, the $12 billion bailout, corn farmers are going to get $44.36 an acre. That's not going to cover jack squat. They actually got a cutoff of 155,000, period. Doesn't matter how many acres you got. And the way I understand it, 100,000 will barely cover the tires on their tractors. And if you've seen the size of these tractor tires, I'm just saying, you buy tires for your truck, you buy tires for your car, you buy tires for this or that. How many people are out there actually buying tractor tires? So $100,000 for a set of tires on a tractor, you know, it's more than one tire on there, more than 4 tires on there. That sounds like it could very well be possible that $100,000 is not even going to cover the tires on their tractors, let alone repair this or that. That means these guys are working even harder, not able to get information, not able to take time to do all this stuff. Soybean farmers are only going to get $33.38 an acre. Still, cutoff is 155,000 because, you know, once you start whittling away, $1 billion goes over the country and all the farmers. So we're going to end up having a whole lot of farmers losing farms. Now, if you're a conservative, you're supposed to be all about the farmers. We always talk about, you know, the farmers, the farmers, the farmers. Nobody's talking about the Latinos that are working the farms. And these are different farms, because the farms I'm talking about are different grain farmers, and they can collect all this grain without, you know, Latino farm workers. But the United Farm Workers is a thing. It's a union. Cesar Chavez, I don't know why Cesar Chavez is such a secret to white people, but Cesar Chavez was a real dude that went on hunger strikes and did whatever he had to do for his people to get proper wages and be treated properly on these farms that are working strawberry farms and lettuce farms and cabbage farms and you know, all these different things that tractors can't. They haven't figured out how to make tractors that can replace them. Okay, they're not illegal. They're migrant. They're farm workers. They work their asses off doing jobs that most of us can't. I've actually worked some of these farms, not just a U-pick strawberry patch, but you know, picking this stuff is back-breaking, man. You're bent over all day, and you got to build up muscles you didn't know that existed in your body so that you can handle doing this. It is absolutely amazing watching some of these guys work that have worked these farms. And they're sick of working these farms and they do whatever, but, you know, I mean, life is life. You gotta do what you gotta do with for your family, and if the farms aren't cutting it, then, you know, these are the same people that would go fishing and give me fish as a kid. I'd take them home and clean them. These are the same people that would invite me into their home and give me fresh pressed tortillas because my mom was busy trying to get a degree and was a single mom of, you know, only one kid, so it wasn't so bad. You know, she couldn't afford daycare, and I was pretty much, you know, an adult by the time I was 6-7 years old, taking care of myself. I was cooking for myself and cleaning for myself and washing my own clothes by the time I was 8 years old, and not always with a laundry machine. Some of that time I had to do it by hand in the bathtub. That's another story. So, respect the farmers, but don't forget about the farm workers. Because you lose the farm workers, then you lose the farmer. You know, the ones you think that are all white, it's a small percentage of black farmers out there, but still, the black farmers deserve respect, and so do the farm workers. Not just the white farm owners. Or the orchard workers, or, you know how much stuff is grown in California? They grow rice, peaches, pears, plums. You have no idea all the agriculture that comes out of the Central Valley, California, that most people don't see, ever. Well, I went to California. I get this one all the time. You don't know nothing about California. What do you mean most of California is Northern California? Look, dude, north of the Grapevine is Northern California. That makes 3/4 of the land mass of California, Northern California. And most of that is agriculture. Don't tell me about California because you visit there once a year. Sick of those people, sons of... You never been to California. Dude, I never really spent much time on the postcard California. Just because you only go to the postcard California doesn't mean you know about California. Yeah, I'm a Washingtonian. That's where I was born and raised up to my adulthood most of my life. But I spent half my life in California, driving truck, this, that, and the other. I've been up and down California, and I've seen it, the hills, the valleys, the orchards, the farms. You think you know about California because you go to the postcard California, fun in the sun, beach and bikinis. You don't know about California. Anyway, the farmers are going to get screwed, and a whole lot of farms are going to lose out because of Trump. And that's the main point I'm trying to make. Not just in California, but Iowa and Nebraska, and all these places are growing soy. Get a grip and understand that these farmers are losing and they're not getting heard. So here I am speaking out for all the farmers, not just the grain farmers that are getting bailed out-ish. Bailed out-ish. Let me say that one more time. Bailed out-ish. There's going to be so many farms. You care about the farmers? If you really care about the farmers, you wouldn't vote Republican at this point. In the past, maybe. I'm not trying to blame this, that, and the other, but Trump doesn't have a clue. Thank you very much. This is Bo Channel. I'm done for this rant on how the farmers are getting screwed.